And here we are, the demo, the final part of our course. I'm going to show you how I work my backgrounds, and I will give you some of my tips and tricks on Photoshop. But as I said, this is not a Photoshop course. The idea is that you see how I apply what we explained before, so that you are able to reproduce it with any program or technique. Let's get started. Well, here I've got my line art. I've chosen a very simple landscape so I don't get distracted with unnecessary details. We could divide our drawing in 3 planes: the mountains, the beach, and the dunes. So the first thing I'm going to do here is a value study. I'm going to do it with just one color, and I'm going to start blocking in lights and shadows to see if it works. Once you're satisfied and it works correctly, we can remove the layer and start putting in the local color. For those of you who don't know it, local color is the real color of things. As you see, I apply flat colors everywhere except for the sky, where I like to put in a subtle gradient, which helps with the atmosphere. Now let's start shading. I'm going to start by the mountains. As you see, I have it separated in 2 layers, so I'm going to start with this one. The first thing we're going to do is block transparent pixels, so I don't paint outside the mountain. And now with the pen tool, I'm going to create the shadow and I'm going to transform it into selection. Grab a brush and change the blending mode to multiply. This will help you get different tones with just one color. Repeat the process with the other mountain. Now let's go to the first plane element, the wood planks you see here. I'm going to apply a wood texture that I have already prepared. Grab the part you want, put it on top and adjust. When you have it placed as you need, press Ctrl over the thumbnail of the wood planks. Then go up to Select, Inverse and Delete. Make the final adjustments and press Ctrl E to merge layers. Apply a bit of shading. Let's put in some lights and shadows in the sand so we can separate each dune. Modify the fences until you get them correctly, because as you see, the perspective here is failing a bit. Now I'm going to show you a simple but very effective way of making footprints in the sand. You need to create them in a separate layer. This is super important. With the pen tool, create a basic shape. Transform it into selection and fill it with an opaque color. Then, with the lasso tool, remove the sole of the footprint, invert selection and grab a texture eraser brush. This one comes with Photoshop. Instead of click and dragging as you would do normally, just give little touches to create texture. Diffuse this edge a bit, adjust color and you're done. I'm still not convinced with the wood planks here, so I'm going to adjust them a bit more. Now, as I did before, I'm going to apply the wood texture. Let's burr into the sand this piece of timbers. With the pen tool, draw some sand and fill it in with the closest sand color. Camouflage the edge and add shade and lightning. Also add some projected shadows. Now let's work on the shore a bit. Darken the part when the sand touches the water to give the effect that it's wet. Go on with the sea, creating little waves and adding sea foam. And this is basically it. I still have to add some lights and shadows and make the horizon vanish. I'm also going to add some texture to give it more like a natural look. I'm also going to add some texture here and there. And there we have it. Our background is ready.